Good afternoon and welcome to the Rhythm and Blues Preservation Society Music Spotlight 50th Year Hip Hop Celebration. I am your host, President, CEO, and founder Perry Thompson. Today we're doing a special interview with the legendary D.O.C. So let me get him on right now. Hold on, everybody. One sec. Hold on, everybody. Let me. Hold on. Like the joint. Having some problems here. Hold on. See? Let me try. Hold on, everybody. Let me send him a message. And try it again, everybody. Hey, C. Joe, so let me try and get him on, y'all. Okay, zip. See, I requested it. All right. Waiting for the D.O.C. I just accepted his request. See if he comes on. Okay, I don't see the video, brother. Okay, I requested the video. I don't see you on yet, brother. I'm waiting for your video. Just accept it. Just accept it. Join in, brother. Waving at you. Just join. See if he pops on. Just accept the request, my brother. Try it again. Ladies and gentlemen,
What's up,
this
brother?
man here released one of the greatest hip hop albums in hip hop culture. The legendary D.O.C. is in the house. What's up, my brother?
Oh, let's love, my brother. How about yourself? How you doing?
Brother, I am honored that you are on our Music Spotlight 50 of Hip Hop Celebration. I've been a fan of yours since day one, brother, so I appreciate you being on.
All love, good brother. All love.
Yes, sir. Now, let's go back to your humble beginnings. Now, you're from Texas, am I correct, sir?
Dallas, Texas.
All right. Now, how did you get into what is your journey going to the culture of hip hop? Tell that story.
Uh, you'd have to repeat the question.
I was
So
saying, how did you get into hip hop?
oh, just probably like anybody else, bro. In Texas, through radio and TV and movies, we caught all
Right.
that old East Coast stuff, and we got really into it, and it was something that was easy to me. I picked it
Yeah.
up easy, fell in love with it really quickly.
Okay. Okay. Now, you were part of a group called the Feline Crew, am I correct?
Feel a Fresh Crew. That was
The
my
Fresh
first
Crew. Okay.
group.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Wow. Now, were they all from Texas as
yeah,
you?
yeah. That we were all. Well, one of the guys was from California, came to
Okay.
Dallas, and the other guys from the projects, same projects I grew up in.
Okay. Wow. So did you ever release any album? Get any music?
We released some stuff on the. It's all that stuff is on the NWA and the Posse album.
Okay. Okay. Now, when did you okay, so when you created the Feline Crew, the Feline Crew, you were still in Texas. So how did that happen? Y'all becoming gunning on the NWA album. How did that happen?
Yeah, like I said, one of the guys that was in the group was from California, and
Okay.
he knew those guys, and so his interactions with them led to them having interactions with me, and we just we had a mutual respect for each other's talents,
Right.
and we ended up just getting together and making some really cool music.
Wow. Wow. So NWA, was that the first album, NWA and the Posse?
Yeah, that was the first album that I've ever been a part of.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So were you a member of the NWA at that time, or you just a guest on the album?
Yeah, I was just a guest from Texas,
Okay.
just helping them write their stuff, and and formatted, you know, and but I wasn't in the group per se. But I guess you could call me the official, the unofficial sixth member, because that's how most people look at me, and that's how I feel, because those guys are my brothers.
Right. Okay. Now, the album the breakout album with NWA. Now, let's talk about NWA and the Posse. Now, did the album, was it a successful album, the NWA and the Posse? Because I remember seeing it in the stores. Was it a successful breakthrough album for them?
I think the album did what it was supposed to do, and I guess it all depends on what you would call breakthrough, or it was a good album.
Yeah.
It did well for those guys. I think it ended up selling platinum, you know,
Right.
multiple times. So, it did what it was supposed to do. It got those guys uh, out into the space
Right.
where people could hear them and vibe with their music.
Right. But the album that really took notes with them was Share the Compton.
Yeah,
That's the album that the world knew about NWA.
yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
when I first saw Share the Compton, I said, "Whoa, these brothers are serious." They talked about the streets. I was like, "Wow!" When I saw that video, like, "Wow!" And I'm from New York, and I'm like, "Whoa, these brothers."
Yeah, they was killing the game. There is no question they were embarking on some new trailblazing kind of stuff, and
Absolutely.
a lot of it is still, the market today is still living in that living off the ripples of that original rock, if you will.
Right. Right. Now, you weren't on the Strata Compton album, right? Were you on that album? No, you weren't on the album, right?
I was on what I wrote on the record, but I was
Okay.
on the Parental Discretion is
Okay.
advised. It's like the last song
The
on that
last song.
record, and I was on that song.
Okay. So the album blows up. Strata Compton just took the world by storm. So during this time when, you know, what were the ideas and thoughts of your soul album with you and Dr. Dre, with No One Can Do It Better?
Well, man, that whole it was like maybe a 12-month period
Okay.
where we want easy, straight out of Compton.
Right.
No one can do it better. And Michelle A's
Right.
project. It was about a year, and it was
Mm.
just a lot of work back and forth.
Right.
We spent a lot of time on individual projects, but
Right.
everybody was working the whole time.
Wow. Because No One Can Do It Better. It was a lot of what I noticed about the album when I bought it, when I saw Funky Enough, when I saw the video, I was like, wow. So when I bought the album and I listened to it, there's a lot of live music on that album. Talk about that, because I know it was like a live band behind the vocals.
I think No One Could Do It Better was Dre began to stretch um, as a producer and get out of sampling,
Right.
start being live more often. He had the bigger ideas because my record was different from the stuff that they were usually doing.
Right.
So it allowed him to expand, and and that's just a testament to how incredible as a producer he was, during that time, and still is.
Really. Because I mean, like I said, every song classic. I mean, that album just like, I mean, no one can do it better. That song right there, I still play that today. That's just a classic song. Now, when the album became successful, I mean, during that time, 88, 89, during that time when the album blew up and the whole West Coast blew up. You know, you on tour. I mean, what is your thoughts at that time with everyone blowing up? What's your thoughts at that time? Like, wow, we really doing this. You know, you're all coming together. You're blowing up. You're touring. I know it was just like some crazy times.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun as hell. And I was really just waiting on my turn, brother. You know, it was their tour, you know, their stuff was out. And so
Right,
I was there but it was their turn. So I was really in the cut, like waiting on
right,
my turn, you know.
right, right. Yeah. Now the album just blew up. I mean, platinum. Phew. Because like I said, I'm from New York, and we had love for the West Coast. I mean, it wasn't like no East Coast. It wasn't like no beef with like that. You know, you were dope. You were dope. We
That's
bought you where you from.
that's
So
right.
we always had love for the D.O.C. and NWA. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
Right.
that. Yeah, yeah. So, how did you get your writing style before? How did you develop your writing style?
Yeah, I'm a student of all the East Coast greats of the early golden era, you know, 80 till about 86, 87 was like college for me as far as hip hop is concerned. So a lot of
Right.
the acts that we're building throughout that period of time, a lot of my favorite stuff came from those guys, you know,
Okay.
and
Wow.
and they were all East Coast guys, and so
Right.
my stuff comes from the cream of the crop of the East during that time period.
Wow. Now, were you on? That is the question. Were you on the MTV Raps episode with NWA when they were in the truck? Were you there as well? Yeah, you were. That was classic, man. That was classic. Now, I heard something. I saw the clip where Eazy-E was saying something to Dr. Dre in his ear, but Dr. Dre never exposed what he said to his ear. I remember that episode. I mean, what was your take on that, your MTV Raps? Because that was a classic episode with NWA. That was classic.
Man, we were young kids having fun, bro. I mean, they had never did nothing like that, and I
Right,
certainly had never done anything like that. So we were just enjoying the moment. We were making music that was really being transformational for the genre and for LA, and we were excited about it, and I was happy to be a part of it.
right, right. Yeah, that was classic. Now, let's talk about what happened that same year when your album came out in November. I mean, because that changed your whole life. I mean, you don't really. I mean, if you want to be transparent with it, if I'm being a little too personal, I
No,
respect
bro,
that.
ask whatever questions you want. Ask it. I'm open.
Okay, I do remember when it happened. I do remember actually when it happened. So, give me your thought. What exactly that happened on that November '89.
Just a young man doing young man things, uh, um, drinking and partying and just being way over the top. My record that just came out, and what it is, it's a lesson for those that are younger and coming up now, that have all these dreams and stuff that they really want to do. That dreams come true, and so if you dare to dream it, then you better be careful because dreams come true. And so you got to stay aware of where you are all the time within that dream walk, or you can, suffer the consequences. I don't want to, I guess, what's going to cause you to suffer, and so just being really aware and learning from my past how to be better about what you do. But drinking and driving had a car accident, and it ended up costing me my voice, which ended up costing me my career, and it was really difficult to deal with, you know.
When it happened, and what are the doctors saying? Are they saying that what are they saying to you as far as your voice? I mean, because you had multiple surgeries, so what are they saying to you?
Well, they told my mother it could come back at any time, you know, and I had other surgeries to try and expedite the healing process. But I just think it was not meant for me to have. You know, God had another purpose for me, and me being um, on stage at that time, what wasn't my purpose. You know, it
So
was meant for me.
what exactly happened to your voice? What exactly happened during the accident that caused your career? Medically.
What happened was my larynx, which is the one of the things that's connected to your vocal cord,
Right.
is was damaged. It was pushed out of the way, and there's no muscle there to support the movement of that right cord, and so
Hmm.
it just stopped working.
So therapy wouldn't have made your vocals better if that.
No, no.
Hmm.
Uh, I think the subsequent surgeries probably made it so he, that it was just never an opportunity that I could grow what I needed to be able to have a functional um, voice box. You know,
Right.
it was just meant to be like this.
Right. Now, during that time of your accident, you're going through that, but also NWA was going through a little strife as well because Ice Cube had left. Some problem in NWA. So when you heard about what was going on with NWA and you're going through what you were going through, what were your thoughts about that?
Yeah, when Cube left, well, Cube left way before my wreck. Cube left after the last show on that Straight Outta Compton tour. He was out of there. And so
Right.
that was maybe about 2 or 3 months before my crash.
Okay.
And after the crash, man, I'm just not here anymore. I can't. I'm just not the same person anymore. I'm just fucking up, you know,
Yeah.
and just blessed that I never hurt myself worse, or somebody else hurt me worse, you know, because the way that I was acting out there in California at that time. But all I had was NWA and Dre's production. So when they went back to work, I just went back to work with them, you know,
Okay.
and tried to do whatever I could with that pen to help the movement keep going forward, even though we didn't have Cube, you know,
Right.
and that was a blow within
Yeah.
itself, you know.
Right.
But then subsequently, not too long after that, we found out that our paperwork was kind of messy, and Dre and I ended up, you know, saying we gotta do what Q did, so to speak, and go do our own thing, and that's how, you know, the Death Row saga sort of
Right.
began, and we
Right.
transferred our energies from Ruthless to a company called Future Shock, which would end up becoming Death Row.
Now, you and Dre left for the same reason that Q left because of paperwork, with the contract, because of contract dispute.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So when you decide to start Death Row Records, what was the concept of the label as far as like, what was Dre's vision, and what was your vision?
We just wanted to get paid for the work we were doing. You know,
Right.
we didn't have a grand vision. The vision is the next record. So it's only whatever the fuck you do, make sure that next record is the shit. That's it. That's as far as we got.
So it was it you and Dre and Suge, or was just you and Dre for Death Row in the beginning?
No, it was me and Suge at first, and then it
Okay.
was me, Suge, and Dre, and then it was me, Suge, Dre, and a guy named Dick Griffey.
They Griffey
And that's how
from
the all kind of started. And then
right.
a guy named Harry O came in,
Okay, right.
and and that's how the whole machine got started. Well,
Okay.
and then Jimmy Iovine came, and then that's how it came
Okay,
out.
yeah. Okay. Now this time when Death Row was was it still in your mind that you wanted to do a solo album under Death Row, or you just wanted to be like behind the scenes and just write and produce?
I wasn't thinking, I just wanted to we just wanted to get a great record off.
Right.
I know I couldn't do it,
Right.
and so I wasn't even thinking about it. I just wanted to be a part of something great again. And so after the Chronic came out, and after Doggy Style came out, then I had started having thoughts about, you know, how I how am I gonna be able to find a way that I can get off creatively, besides just writing for everybody else. And so I went on, started writing songs for myself again.
Okay. Yeah, because the Chronic and Doggy Style just took Death Row to the stratosphere. What doing that when those both albums blew up? I mean, I know as an executive for the label, I know you were just in heaven, like wow, you ought to just you and Dre to come out to start this label, and the first two albums just blow up like crazy. So I know you're just on a, I know you just patting yourself like yeah, just proud of yourself. So during that time of those albums being successful. What were what was your thoughts about that? Like, wow, I saw this label, me, Dre, now look what we did. I mean, I know you were on the high.
Well, I was really happy for the success. I was really happy for my guys, but I wasn't getting paid. I was still kind of messed up. None of my business was right. I wasn't getting any of that money, and although I was happy for my guys, I was still kind of in a fucked up place. And so,
Wow.
still a lot of drugs and alcohol and fighting my way through that healing process.
Okay. Okay. So you still going through some demons. So you still were going through some demons doing it at that success, even at that success.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, that success allowed me to act even worse,
Oh, okay.
than I was prior. Because the money was everywhere and success was everywhere. So I could get as fucked up as I wanted to, and people thought that I was doing it because I was happy, but I was doing it because I was fucked up. Um,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, but I made my way through all of that, over these 30, whatever, 5 years.
Right.
And now I'm in a really great space with a really amazing testimony. And I'm back out here talking to people, and people seem to be really responding to, the story and what I'm trying to do for the youngsters out there, the
Yeah.
next level of musicians and rappers and artists that are coming up, especially in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, where I'm from, trying to
Right.
create another lane that can create a lane for us in this region in hip hop, like isn't just yet. And so things are lining up so we can do a whole lot down in Dallas Fort Worth. And I'm really excited because it's a lot of talented kids. It's a shitload of talented producers. And if you think about what Erica did on the East, and think about what I did on the West, then that should tell you that the talent base here is pretty special. And it's time to give them that opportunity.
Now, Erica, you're speaking about the legendary Erica Badu,
Yes.
who's from Dallas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have a daughter with her, correct?
I do. I got a really beautiful baby girl named Puma.
Puma, right?
She's a young woman now, but she'll always be my baby girl. She is the light of my life. And
Right.
one of the reasons that I began to find healing in myself
Right.
was through that girl. Yeah.
Now, did you now knowing that when you were did you see Erica Badu was such on a different level when it comes to music? Did you see that greatness in her in the beginning?
Oh yeah, we were kids together. We would rap against each other at the skating rings and shit. And even though she was just a skinny kid, but she was really talented. She always had a strong voice, these really pretty eyes, but she was always a really talented artist. But I didn't see what was coming for her. Hell, I didn't see what was coming for me, but she's from South Dallas, I'm from West Dallas.
Okay.
And it just goes to show you how talented the kids were and are here in this city.
Wow. So, okay, so I want to get back to Death Row. Now, even though you got success, you're not really getting paid. So, did you eventually leave Death Row, or did you get your money?
Yeah, I just left. I left. I stole some beats and left. Went to Atlanta with MC Breed.
Oh, MC
and made a couple of records in Atlanta and got a record deal to do an album called Helter Skelter. And did that album there.
Okay.
And just tried to pick myself back up and keep it going. But I was just not in the right space mentally to be at my best. But I did the best I could, and a lot of people like that record. And I'm even beginning to like it myself these days because I realized that with all I was going through, it was a really good fucking record to be in that space.
I remember when it came out. I was like, oh, D.O.C. is back. Okay. Yeah. I do remember when Helter Skelter came out. So this is independent Helter Skelter. You put this out independently.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Through a small company called Giant.
Okay, Giant. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now, as you go on through the years, musically, mentally, what do you see as far as like right now, your life right now? You say you're working with a lot of kids, the youth, as far as hip hop. So tell us a little bit what you're doing with the youth.
Yeah, education is the key. And I'm just like I feel like I got a calling to get out there and put some work in myself where these kids are concerned.
Right.
And so that's what I'm doing. I'm all about education, but I'm out of the box. I believe in training these kids to be young entrepreneurs. I think the school system as it has existed for however long it has existed has failed them, and it's failing us. And we are in a space and time that education needs to be transformed. And so I'm trying to put together a platform that is that transformative to be able to connect these kids who are interested in arts, entertainment, and technology, the things that are in the future. Give them the benefit of these lessons that I've learned, connect them to ways that they can bring commerce to their young lives, teach them entrepreneurship, no different than the young doughboys out there that's making that money. There's a better way to make that money. To be a young person out there, there's a way that you can make it and keep it. That's cool. That you can still be fly, or whatever the hell the new phrases is today, and get out there and build something that
Yeah,
means something, and at the same time contribute to the betterment and the future of all of us as a group. Because no 16, 17-year-old young guy out there who is flying down, I guess they call it, I don't know, but that's out there running them streets can possibly want their newborn child that they're having to want that same experience. So
right.
somebody's got to teach them a better
Yeah,
experience so they can teach, because they're only regurgitating what Easy taught them. So let me teach them some new shit because it's a
that's
better way
great.
to do it.
That's
And you
great,
can
brother.
keep the money like this. They can't take it from you, and you build
Right.
self-respect for yourself by rebuilding your own community and growing your own apple trees, so to
There you
speak.
go.
So you don't have to blame the system for what's wrong with you. Just do it yourself because you got the wherewithal, you got the money, you got the power, you got the guns, you got everything you need to be self-sufficient. You just don't have the right ideas. And so
That's
that's what I'm
great.
trying to bring to the table.
That's beautiful. And that's very important. Teaching educating our youth on how to control this business. That's very important.
Oh, yeah.
That's very important. I mean, and that's great that you're doing it in your hometown and uplifting the kids and being an inspiration to the young people.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really, that's great. What's the relationship with NWA now? Dre and Cube and Ren. What's your relationship with them now?
Man, I love my guys. I'm grateful to those guys. Those guys are great men. And they are billionaires and 100 millionaires. And I put my work in for that. And so I feel justified in being a part of that success, right? And they are always
Absolutely.
very giving and loving and respectful. And they'll move
Great.
mountains for me if I ask them. And so those are my guys, man. In fact, I'm on my way to LA next month to help give my little piece to Snoop's next upcoming album called Missionary.
Okay.
I think he and I and Dre are all in a really creative space right now. So
Great.
it's important for us to get together so we can rub elbows and have fun
That's
and
great.
party and make some party music and, just get back to what it used to be, I guess, as far as we are concerned in creating. And I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. That's great. Your brothers still together after all these years. Now, this is the 50th year of hip hop. Now, did you ever think, you being a young teenager, that this culture would expand globally as it has in these 50 years?
Bro, I never I never thought about that shit at all. I just wanted the next song to be dope. That's it.
Right.
Concentrate on the moment, stay present, and I teach that today. Even though it ain't the past 50 years of hip hop that are most important to me, it's the next 50 years. That's the next important to me. But even though saying that, I want to be present in this moment so the next piece of art that I create is the shit.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's great. You have your own label?
No, not yet. I'm not even sure how I want to do that kind of thing because I'm not sure that it's necessary these days. There are other ways to do things, man. The world has changed. There's a great reset, and you are connected to your consumer now. You really don't need a middleman. You just need a
Right.
really um, creative way to become connected to your base. No different than Trump. You know, Donald Trump can take a goddamn me, uh, go to jail and take one of them pictures in jail and make $7 million because he's connected to his base. You know, and that is a lesson to all the young artists out there. He's doing what you should be doing or what you could be doing.
Right.
Connect to the people that connect to you, and
That's really good. I mean, that's important that what you're doing as far
excuse
as continuing
my
to.
wife, man. I think she's just trying to be mechanic.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, brother. I mean, but I mean, your journey for what you've been through and what you're doing now with the kids. I mean, you're still writing. I mean, to me, your lyrical skills were on such a different level. And as I said, no one can do it better. It's a classic album. If you haven't heard this man's album, listen to it. Listen to all this man's albums. I mean, because despite what he went through, the brother's still here, and he's want to contribute to the youth to make another great 50 years of hip hop. I mean, what do you see? What changes would you like to see in the next 50 years of hip hop?
I want the spoils to go to the creators. Hip hop is $1 billion business, and I think more of the creators should have more of that pop, you know. And so I'm trying to teach the youngsters how to get more of that pop, how to build your own bakery, bake your
Right.
own pies, and get your paper and build you a legacy. Everything I do now is connected to legacy. I'm
Right.
55 years old this year,
Right.
and whatever the good Lord said, G.O.D. thing on mine, whatever He has in store for me in terms of time left to complete this mission, I want to make sure it's connected to legacy for my children's sake. And I don't mean just the ones that have shot out my balls. I mean all of them out there that look like me, feel like me, think like me, and are connected to the history like I am.
That's right.
And that's my goal, is to do more for us.
Right. But if the Rhythm and Blues Preservation Society, we're down with it. You want us, whatever we can do to help you to continue that legacy for the young people, let's work together and make that happen, brother. Because I love that. But
I
that's what we're
appreciate
all about.
I appreciate
Learn the question, music, educate. So I would love to, whatever you got in the works, let's work together. Because we're on the same, to teach the youth, educate the youth. I'm with it. We with it.
I usually, I usually will not turn down an interview from anybody. I wouldn't give a damn who it was because it's so important that as many people as possible hear this kind of conversation. You know, I'm not here to talk about drugs or the dope game or trapping or failing or jail or any of that shit. I'm here to talk about nothing but elevation, positive development,
Yes,
growth.
sir.
And I don't mean God, and I don't mean this shit from a weak, soft perspective, because God likes killers too. You know what I mean? And I want all those who are in that journey to know, you know, we I wouldn't give a damn what level of the game you're at, whether you on Barack Obama's level or you at Yellow Beezy's level in the game. I want to be connected to everybody because the only way that we can get to the next level is if we are connected.
Yes, sir. Now talk about your documentary that came out.
The documentary comes out on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving this year, and I'm super proud of it, man. I don't want to spoil anything because it's not what you think it is. If I tell you, it's an Oscar-worthy film. It's not
Wow.
oil. It's really fucking good, bro. And doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what gender you are, doesn't matter what background you are. It's for everybody, and it moves everybody in the same way. It lets you know that it's all a G.O.D. thing. It's not a D.O.C. thing. And it really makes you want to feel better and do better. So I can't wait till the world sees it and I can get back out here in this world and start doing what I do.
That's great. That's great. I mean, because I heard about it last year when it premiered in Tribeca, and I was like, wow, finally this brother's story being told his way. It's about time, and I'm glad it's coming out so the world can know about the D.O.C. again. Hopefully this documentary open up more doors for you and what you want to do with the youth. Whatever we can do, promote your documentary. I'll definitely promote it once it comes out because we're all about helping each other out, brother. I mean, I congratulate you on your success, your documentary. I congratulate you, brother, for what you've been through. I mean, despite what you've been through, you turned your life around. You're helping the young people. You're still working with your brothers NWA. So you're a testimony, my brother, that despite anyone can go through, you can overcome it and still stand.
The testimony is God is real. That is not me. I didn't do none of it. He's doing all of it. Once you come to that understanding, you can get the fuck out of the way. It makes life so much easier. And you can see miracles happen in your life, right? And I'm not saying any of this stuff from some soft ass perspective. Like God is real, and real niggas need to understand that. Like the people that ain't going to the Potter's house need to understand that God is on the corner too. You know what I mean? He's out there kicking it. So I feel really blessed to be able to spread that word for him in these places and these spaces with no fear, with no desire to want anything from anybody. And trust me when I tell you, he's in my life. He's gonna get ready to show out. Like everything folks might have thought that I lost down on, that shit's gonna come and it's gonna come fast and heavy. So I am in that quiet space right now before it goes boom. But I see the shit coming and I'm prepared.
I see it. I definitely see it. Once the documentary comes out and blows up, look out. The D.O.C. be back. I'm telling you, this man is. Watch out, brother. This has been. I just want to say, it's been such a great honor to talk to you. I've been a fan of yours since you dropped your first album. I was like I said, I always had love for you in the West Coast. I'm glad that you turned your life around.
Hey, Tasha,
and
my little cousin Tasha keep coming up on this thing. I think she want me to say something. But thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time and energy. Reach out to me anytime, bro. I'll be here.
Yes. We salute you. Rhythm Blues, Perfect Side salutes you. We honor you, brother. This is the 50th year of hip hop. So we want to honor those who contribute to the culture of hip hop. And you are definitely a legend and you will contribute to the culture of hip hop. And I wish you nothing but blessings, continued blessings to you and your family. Before I go, I just want to say to everyone, the Rhythm Blues, Perfect Side is a nonprofit organization. If you'd like to make a donation, you can go to our Cash App, $RBPSOC18, PayPal.me/RBPS18, and Vimo at RBPSOC. And all donations are tax deductible. PayPal.me/RBPS18, excuse me, and they're all tax deductible. Also, when this man's documentary comes out, definitely support this brother. He's a legend in the game. He's doing a lot for his community in Texas to educate the young people. Again, the D.O.C., I appreciate you being on Music Spotlight. I wish you nothing but success, my brother. We got to keep in touch because I definitely want to work with you, with the young people. My vice president, she lives in Texas. She lives in Houston, my vice president.
That's dope.
Yeah, she lives in Houston. So we just...
It's hot as fuck outside right now, bro. She's baking down there. It's hot down here. Hot.
I want to thank you, D.O.C. You are definitely a legend in the game of hip hop and the culture of hip hop. I wish you nothing but success for you and your family. I'm just I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Because you went through a lot and you overcame it, man. I'm really proud of you as one brother to another. I'm proud of what you're doing, what the man that you've become, you've grown. Everyone makes mistakes. It's all about how you learn from those mistakes. And, again, your testimony, you're blessing to others, you're blessing to inspire those young people. And I thank you again, my brother.
God bless you, man. Take care.
You as well, my brother. This has been a Music Spotlight, Rhythm Blues, President Society. I'm Mr. Perry Thompson, President CEO. It's been such a great honor to have the D.O.C. on here. Peace and blessings, everyone. We ain't stopping. D.O.C. ain't stopping, and we ain't stopping. So again, peace and love to everyone, and take care.
Peace.